Yo, what's going on, guys? Freaking Trades here, bringing you another new weekly stock watch list. Before we get started, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it. And so it's stock hours. But without much more further ado, we can go ahead and take a dive into what I got cooking for this week. It isn't too much, so don't get your hopes up, but they are quality setups that I am looking forward to. So going into earnings this week, there really is not too much going on besides Nike on Tuesday after close, and that is about it. We should have banks and airlines coming up in the next few weeks, and then, of course, after that, following with it is Tech Week. So things are starting to ramp up a little bit. Could expect some choppiness. Who knows? We're not too sure yet. Election is in, I think, 39 to 40 days, something like that I saw yesterday, so lots of things revolving around in the market right now, lots of moving gears, so it's going to be pretty exciting to see where the market heads with all of this going on. So, but yeah, as far as earnings go, not too much going on with that. And then, of course, the watch list that everyone is excited for. So, starting with NQ with our indexes, since we always like to start with these and get an idea of where the market's headed. With NQ, really all I have is this 4-hour uptrend, and really we're kind of catered more towards the downside. Now, you could say we kind of are stuck in a range now between 2,500 and 2,200, since that is where we are currently bouncing from. But it looks like we're kind of catering towards the downside, so that is what I'm planning on with NQ. Like I said, 2,500 is pretty much the upside of the range that we are currently in. So as far as upside, that is what I'm looking at as well with this 4-hour trend line that I have here for you guys. But for the downside, I am looking at 2,200 on NQ and then room down to 20,000. And after that, we could see some serious downside in the market with NQ not being able to hold these near all-time high levels. So that is NQ right there. And kind of the same story with ES here. If I go to the 1 hour or the 30-minute here, you guys will see what I'm talking about. On the 1 hour, we have a 1 hour uptrend from the downside that we are actually breaking, and then we closed under on Friday. So you can see that we are more catered towards the downside here as well than we are to the upside as far as the setup goes and where we currently are. So ES, I'm looking at 57.80 for more to the downside and seeing where we react here during either today when futures opens or even tomorrow into pre-market on Monday, where NQ or ES, my bad here, will be at either 57.80. Will it hold it? Will it come back up above this trend line? Those are the things I'm going to be looking out for. So that is it for those stocks, and then of course the main watch list. So first things first here, I did mention this last week, is Oracle. Oracle is setting up pretty nicely here for us. We did break though on end of day Friday, but of course you can see how heavy that wick was, 30 to 40 cent wick, and then we actually ended up closing around 168.40 after hours. So it's a $5 range. These are my kinds of setups, these types of consolidation plays, so this is something I'm going to be looking forward to. Now, it is a stock that I don't normally play, so with that being in mind, I will not be going as heavy as I want to with this trade, just because it is still a relatively new stock in my rotation. I only started trading it really recently when it had a crazy earnings play over here. And so I'm just kind of waiting on the sidelines to see what it develops, and this is what it has for us at the current moment. So that is what I got on that, and let me look at what else we got. We got two other stocks here, Apple and AMD. I'll talk about Apple real quick. Apple's a pretty straight up forward setup, and the trend that you'll see with all of these setups is they are catered to the upside, and you saw where the indexes are is they're catered towards the downside. So I'm not saying that everything will come to the downside or these plays will happen. This is just what I'm seeing on the chart, what setups I see, and what setups I'm looking forward to take. So Apple, pretty straightforward setup. If you go to the 30-minute on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we have a flat top across 229.50. I'll be looking to take this into 230, and that's about it. Not too crazy of a play, nothing too insane, but it is a setup that I'm looking forward to on Apple with that flat top right there, especially if any of these stocks can pick up some market divergence strength against whatever the market is doing at its time. So, and then after that is 233. You can see I already have another flat top across that level as well that I will be keeping an eye out for after 230. So following the week. So, and then last but not least for the main watch list, like I said, there's not too much going on, is AMD. If I go to the daily time frame here and show you guys, we have a around $4 gap here from 169.80 all the way up to 174 roughly. I just kind of rounded the numbers, so usually $4 to $5 in range right there with that gap. We are a little bit far. You can see we closed out 164.35 after hours, and so with that being in mind, it is pretty far away. This is kind of following more of the market sentiment of where it's currently at. But AMD is a really good stock to really follow and keep an eye out for, depending on how this is moving along with the market, if it's moving against it, whatever the case may be. We also have this 1 hour uptrend that gives us room all the way to realistically around 171, 172 by the time we do get to it, unless for some reason AMD decides to gap up on us over the weekend going into tomorrow. So but 168.70 is the first level I'll be looking to take into that, and then going into the gap starting at 169.80 and then going into 170 plus after that as a target. So a lot of it's going to be based off momentum, because AMD is usually based off a lot on momentum with these kinds of plays. So that is something I'm going to have to just judge and kind of react to along while the play is happening, if we do happen to get it. So. And then last but not least, kind of an honorable mention. It is really close, so that's why I didn't want to mention it or go too in depth with it. But Tesla 262 does not look bad. It is a major level if you go to the 3-year and 1-day chart. So pretty much a daily chart, but putting it on a 3-year time frame. There really is not too much going on. I like 262. Last time we broke 262. As a major resistance, we broke out by $8. It did have a heavy wick around that area way back when, so this is something we should keep an eye out for. But because it's so close on where we closed at after hours on Friday, this could gap up. Who knows? It's kind of a side watch right now. Not gonna go too in depth right now because of how close this is, and I don't want to waste my time on something that's just super close and not worth watching. So. But yeah, that is about it for the watch list, guys. Like I said, there's not much going on, and I plan to keep it pretty short and simple this week. So, but yeah, with that much being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video and the watch list provided. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate it. And yeah, hope you guys have a good week and play it safe. Peace out.